Laila Majnu were great lovers. Laila was very dark complexioned and could see with only one eye. Her second eye was squinted. She was also very short and was not at all beautiful. But Majnu fell in love with her, and he became so mad in her love that he tore his own clothes, started ripping apart his flesh with nails, and remained standing near her house, waiting to have a glimpse of her through a window. The king, the father of Laila, had Majnu brought before him. He said, "Majnu, we have had to face a lot of social disgrace, all because of you. Before you, there are 25 most beautiful women of this kingdom. Choose any one of them and forget Laila." Majnu looked carefully at each of the women and then said, "Laila is not here among them. When she is not there, what shall I do with them? This is the stage you have to reach, and when you do so, it won't matter if the Guru is wearing white clothes or ochre robes. A divine image of the Guru shall always remain before your eyes, and you shall attain divine bliss. Then you shall see the image of the Guru even when your eyes are closed or open. On reaching this stage, you shall yourself attain the state of a Guru, and you shall then be called Brahma Rudra. This process shall elevate your spiritual life to empyrean heights, and your Kundalini shall get activated all by itself. How many sadhanas can you do? You have so little time and so much to achieve. This is a straight way, but to follow it, there should be a deep longing and tears of joy in your eyes. You should be fully devoted, and there should be a determination to achieve everything by sacrificing all you possess. I hope you achieve all this. I bless you from the core of my heart. All the yogis and ascetics have emphasized on only one fact, that the essence of life cannot be realized with the help of the rational mind. And where the extent of the brain ends, that of the heart begins. Lalita was a close friend of Radha. She had to take birth 25 times in order to achieve what Radha did in her very first birth. Radha and Lalita both loved Krishna, and Krishna too was showering both of them equally with his divine love. Then what was the reason that Radha attained salvation in that very life, while Lalita had to take birth 25 times? The main reason behind this was that the ego of Radha had been humbled. She believed that Krishna could not love anyone else other than her. She thought that if Krishna loved her, then he loved only her and no one else, and that it did not matter if he always remained surrounded by so many gopis, because Radha was only one, there could not be several Radhas. Krishna could look at others but could never form an image of someone else in his heart. This was because Radha had subdued her ego and had lost herself in her love. This process of losing one's ego, one's false pride, is the way to stop the brain from useless arguments. Lalita was egoistic. Although she was a good friend of Radha, she had spent her childhood with Radha, and she went wherever Radha would go, but Lalita's rational mind always forced her to think, perhaps Krishna loves Radha more. Krishna is closer to Radha. He likes her more than he likes me. When he plays his flute, he does so to captivate Radha and not me, and so on. And this logical mind of Lalita did not allow the feelings of her heart, her love, to come out in the clear. Lalita could not realize the essence of life, and hence she was born again and again and again. And then, in her 25th birth, she became famous as Meera. On being born as Meera, all her ego, her vanity was vanquished, her logic was subdued, and she said, Giridhar Gopal, Lord Krishna, is my only love. I know no one else. I have only one God, one thought, one perception. I know only one, and that is Krishna, who wears a crown of peacock feathers and is my only companion. I know only Krishna. In the whole world, there is no other man. There is only one man, and he is Krishna. She completely wiped out her ego, and on achieving this, she became fully devoted and went into a state of dhyan, meditation, thus attaining salvation. Her soul fused with the divine, and she attained the state called salvation and the state called realization of Brahma. I have deliberately taken this example here to make it clear that a person can achieve the realization of Brahma in one single life through dhyan. If there remains even some ego in a person, then he has to take birth again and again. This ego may be subdued after 2 births, or maybe after 3 births. Maybe it could take another 20 births. Radha achieved this state in only 1 birth and fused her soul fully with Brahma. She lost her identity in the love of Krishna and became one with him. Thus, where there is ego, there is no Brahma, there is no divinity, and there cannot be true joy. The deepest love is between 2 lovers. The same close bond must exist between a guru and a disciple, between a devotee and God. If one of the two has promised to meet at 3 o'clock and does not turn up, then the other should feel uneasy, worried, and impatient. It was about 7 to 8 years back that I was sitting in my house at Jodhpur. It was midsummer and very hot. A young man about 23 to 24 years old from Hapur came to meet me. He was handsome and well dressed. He came to me and said, "May I sit down?" I asked him to do so. He sat down on a chair and took out a photograph from his pocket. He said to me, "I want to say something." "Be quick," I said. "It is already 12 in the noon, and it would be better if you come back at 4 in the evening." "No, please, Guruji. It shall take only a few minutes." And saying these words, he again took out the photograph, looked at it, and placed it back in his pocket. I said to myself, what is he trying to do? He seems to be from a well-to-do family. But why is he acting so strangely? Just as God appears in several forms before common folks, similarly, in my life, disciples have turned up in different varied guises. In your life, there may be only one God, the Guru. But in my life, I have seen so many epithets of him in the form of my disciples. I asked him, "Are you a Christian?" "No, Guruji," he said, "I am a Hindu." "Well, fine, you are a Hindu. But what do you want to say to me?" "Guruji, just 1 second," he said. and again took out the photograph, looked at it and replaced it. Have you escaped from a mental asylum in Shadara? Where are you from? I asked him. I live in Hapur, Guruji. But there is no mental asylum in Hapur. There are asylums in Agra and Shadara. Then how come you are from Hapur? Guruji, you think I am mad? I said, well, the way you are behaving, anyone will think that you are mentally disbalanced and have escaped from an asylum. No, Guruji, this is not true. Please listen to what I have to say. How can I, when you don't tell me anything? Well, Guruji, the thing is that, Guruji, please don't be offended. I want to tell you something. It had become too much, but I controlled myself and said, speak up, don't hesitate. Guruji, I just hope you won't feel offended. Come on now, why shall I feel offended? If you abuse me, I shall at the most slap you, but I shall not be offended. I shall just slap you, that's all. You may be young, but I am in every way stronger than you. Guruji, that does not matter. Okay, let me tell you everything. You have already wasted 15 minutes. I said with mock anger. Have you ever loved anyone, Guruji? Anyone? Anytime? I said, you are the first disciple who is asking such a question. Nevertheless, let me tell you, I have loved my gurus and all the gods. This is not what I am talking about, Guruji, he said. I am asking you something quite different. You are not able to get what I am saying. Again he took out the photo. I got a hint what he was talking about. Still I said, what do you want to tell me? He said, please tell me clearly, Guruji. Don't hesitate or feel shy. I won't tell anybody. Your secret shall remain safe with me. Have you ever loved anyone? Why should I tell you? I said to him, I am not bound to tell anything to you. Life is so long, I may or may not have loved someone. But why do you ask? Guruji, I am asking you because only a lover can realize the plight of another. You can't understand, Guruji. You don't know what love is, and you can't know. I said to him, forget about me. Tell me how deep is your pain. I may have experienced only slight pain in my life, and God knows how big your pain is. I am not even sure if I can reach the depth of your pain. No, Guruji, he said, first reply to my question so that I can present my problem before you. Well, if you insist, I have never loved anyone the way you have. If I had, my disciples would have sent me to prison. I have never done any such thing. Now tell me what you want to say. Guruji, I am in love with someone. I said, well, this is nothing new. All Indians have only one motive in life, to love. And when they fail in love, they come to their gurus, which is the second stage. You have just entered this second stage. Guruji, please don't make fun of me. I am not at all making fun, I said. Guruji, I have fallen in love. I said, you have achieved a great accomplishment indeed, which no one else could have done. But you did it, and the whole of India, rather the whole world feels proud of you. So what? Guruji, do you know Pushpa? I said, as far as I remember, there is no one named Pushpa living anywhere in my neighborhood. Pushpa is also not the name of any river. If you had said Ganga, then I would have told you that Ganga is a river flowing through Haridwar. If you had said Yamuna, I would have told you that it is in Delhi. Pushpa means a flower. But Pushpa, I don't know anything about this name. Not Pushpa Guruji, Pushpa. I am talking about Pushpa. Well, I don't know any Pushpa. If you want to tell me something about her, go on. Guruji, Pushpa is the girl whom I love. If you come with me to Hapur, I shall show where she lives, and on seeing her, you won't move from the place. You shall go on seeing her, and you won't be able to leave Hapur. But if this is so, how come you are here? I said to him, well, Guruji, I love her so much. I keep staring at her daily, but she has never even spoken to me. I keep looking at her, but she does not care a bit about me. Guruji, please do something. Use your yantras and mantras and make her come and say to me that she loves me. I have heard that you know how to use yantras and mantras. I have also read your books and the magazine you bring out. Guruji, just look at this photograph. Saying this, he took out the photo once again and touched it to his eyes. You must have talked to her, I said, without looking at the photo. Guruji, this is the problem, that she has never talked to me, he said. She lives in my neighborhood, just next to my house, but she does not talk to me. Please, Guruji, promise that you shall help in our union. I said to myself, half an hour has been wasted in his gibberish talks. This is quite common in love and is nothing new. He is just another lover in the category of Laila Majnu and Romeo Juliet. To him I said, look, I cannot help you in meeting her. I have not opened a bureau to do such work. And I had hardly spoken these words when he fell down unconscious from his chair. I thought that he was fainting, but when I stooped to look at him, I saw him frothing from the mouth. I said to myself, what a fool he is! He shall create trouble for everyone. I sprinkled some water on his face, but nothing happened. My wife, who had probably heard the crashing of the chair, came running and said, what happened? I said, well, nothing has happened. Pushpa has not come, hence he... She looked inquiringly at me. Who is Pushpa? She asked. I said, he has a photo of her in his pocket. I have not even seen it. I took out the photograph from his pocket. It was a photo of a girl taken from quite a distance. I put it back into his breast pocket lest his heartbeat stopped. I thought that it would be better if the photograph remained near his heart, for then it would keep beating. Maybe it worked as a pacemaker for him. 1 hour passed. We tried everything, made him smell a shoe, put some chili powder into his nostrils, but nothing happened and he remained unconscious. I was worried that it might turn into a police case and the police might believe that I had done something to him, or that he became unconscious because I gave him something to drink. I took him outside to the terrace which was cooler and called my disciples. I told them that he had become unconscious due to the oppressive summer heat. One of the disciples said, Guruji, from now on, please don't meet anyone after 1 o'clock in the noon. I said, fine, I shall take care in future. But how could I know that he would experience an attack of insanity after 12 o'clock? Around 4 o'clock in the evening, he regained consciousness, and as soon as he opened his eyes, he cried out, "Pushpa! Pushpa!" In a few moments, he got up, and I said to him, "Don't worry, you are fine." "No, Guruji, first tell me, what will you do for me?" I said, "Don't worry, I will help you. I am here only to help you." I was afraid lest he again went into a swoon. Hence I said, "I shall myself accompany you to Hapur. I shall myself bring her before you. Don't you worry, just get well soon." I have narrated this incident to tell you what actually is the relation between two lovers like. And if you form such a bond with God, you shall become great like Meera, Kabir, Sur, Raidas, and you shall achieve divine enlightenment. If you develop such closeness to the Guru, then the Guru shall always be present in your soul, guiding you and teaching you. This attachment is like an ecstasy, and when such a stage is achieved, then the Guru establishes himself in the conscience of the disciple, and thus all the divinity of the Guru gets transferred into the disciple. If you are poor and a millionaire adopts you, then all his wealth becomes your own and you won't have to earn anything. Similarly, in this stage, the divine powers of the Guru get instilled into the disciple. Then you won't have to chant mantras, you won't have to read the Guru Upanishad or Shishyopanishad. As soon as the divine form of the Guru gets established into your soul, then all the knowledge, enlightenment and ethereal powers of the Guru shall be transferred into you. Rather, you shall become a part of them. Then there shall remain no need to accomplish sadhanas. Love of Guru and sadhana are two ways to reach the same goal. In the first way, you shall have to become a disciple. Disciple means to become one with the body and soul of the Guru. In this stage, you are nothing. There is only one thought, and that is of the Guru. Giving up everything to the Guru does not in any way reflect any selfishness on his part. I have never asked you to give me money. Your aim should be Twadeeyam Vastu Tubyamevam Samarpayeth. My life and everything I possess in it, wealth, pleasures, fame, family, happiness, all belong to you. You have given everything to me, and I offer all of it back in your feet. Along with this, I give up all my lies, deceit, problems, sorrows to you, and I pray to you to vanquish them. And when you reach this stage, the Guru shall himself take the responsibility of your problems and shall solve them completely. Then there shall remain no shortcomings in your life. The process of reaching this stage is called Pranottan Kriya.